So the other player who has played in finals and has won, I think it's Varane and Casemiro. I don't think there's any other player who really has played the amount of finals that Varane and Casemiro have played. So Varane and Casemiro are the two most experienced players in that team in terms of finals. So I really, really expect Manchester United to get over the line against Newcastle because they have the better team, the better quality, and it's a final. It's our first opportunity for a trophy in 5 years. That is half a decade. And I say this, and I'll keep on saying it. I don't care whether we have Barcelona in the final. I mean, Barcelona cannot be in a Carabao Cup final, but I really don't care. I don't really care if we have the All-Star team. Imagine the All-Star team of the whole world in the final. We are Manchester United. We're supposed to go into that final, grab that opportunity, win it, and take the trophy home. Our first opportunity for a title in 5 years. We need to take it and we need to go home because with that trophy, because we are Manchester United, and that is what Manchester United business is. I don't want to hear that Newcastle is going to be a tough final, and it's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's going to be tough, but in terms of mentality wise, the mentality should be we are Manchester United. We have an opportunity to win a trophy for the first time in 5 years. We have experienced players who have played in big finals before. We should go in that game and grab that opportunity and take that trophy home with us. And that's what I expect from Manchester United. That is February, at nearly the end of February there. I don't really, I've not really kept the date in mind, but I know it's around the end of February, that Carabao Cup final. So yeah, I'm expecting a Manchester United win in that Carabao Cup final. Remember, I've just put us in the final. We are surely 1 foot into the final because we've beat Nottingham Forest 3-0. And the second leg, I think we're going to win or draw, but we are surely into the final, and we're going to Wembley, and we must take that trophy home. And on that are my expectations for Manchester United this season. I won't accept anything less than a trophy. I mean, I know you're waiting for me to say anything less than top four, but you can finish outside the top four. I'm not saying that Man United should finish outside the top four, but I'm saying you can finish outside the top four and you can still win trophies because top four, however much glamorous it is these days in football, I think top four is not a trophy and it has never been a trophy. So for me, I would rather win a trophy and finish outside the top four than being in the top four without any trophy because that's nothing. But many people want to be in the top four. And there's an interesting poll which was done, and 63% of Manchester United fans said they would rather win, not they would rather win, but they would rather be in the top four than win a trophy, which really surprised me, to be fair. But for me, I really, really am obsessed with trophies. I think the game is about winning. The aim of the sport is to win. Otherwise, we are not playing a sport. We are just playing a charity. The aim of a sport is winning, and I think we should prioritize trophies over top four. So my priority for Manchester United is a trophy this season, and ideally we are surely in the Carabao Cup finals, I've said. So yeah, I think if we can bring that home, that will be great after a 5-year trophy drought. Then I would accept either the Europa League or the FA Cup. Now, I'm going to say something that is really, really going to surprise people. Look, I think we have so many games currently that we're playing, and we are playing like nearly, it's relentless, you know what I mean? We're playing on a weekend, then we're playing midweek, like almost every week we're doing that, and it's very, very relentless, and this is going to cause injuries, and it's going to cause a lot of fitness issues. So for me, if we get knocked out of the Europa League, it's unacceptable to get knocked out of the Europa League. But if we indeed I don't want to get knocked out of the Europa League, but if we did indeed get knocked out of the Europa League, I think that will be a very, very advantageous thing for us because it will lessen the amount of games that are already been scheduled this season. We have so much games and we don't have the depth, and this is not the manager's fault. It's not the players' fault. This is the fault of the people on top. And I've just really had, let me not say a rant, but just an analysis or uh, a clear analysis of where we are right now with transfers. I think we need to sign players if we want to really do something. We can win it all if we sign players. I know that, but we're not doing so, and I'm really disappointed with that. And we are putting the manager in the position where we would be happy. We would be happy to get out of a competition just to lessen the amount of games. That is not acceptable, and this does not reflect on me in any way. I'm a fan and I want to win. This does not reflect in that group of players. This reflects on the board. I mean, the players do their job on the pitch, but what if some of them get injured? How are we going to replace some of those players? So for me, I think getting knocked out of the Europa League is unacceptable. I wouldn't really be happy with it, but the wider context of it will be a great thing based on the situation we have right now. It's not my fault that we're in this situation because we don't have players. We don't have players to compete for the highest level. And I've said Arsenal have signed players, Chelsea have signed players, Tottenham are signing players. They're going to sign 2 players, and United have only signed 1 player on loan, which is not good enough for Manchester United standard. So I expect. So yeah, my expectations for this season are 2 trophies. I mean, I wouldn't just win the Carabao Cup and rest there. I want 2 trophies. That is first the Carabao Cup and either the FA Cup or the Europa League. So I want 2 trophies this season for Manchester United. Anything less than that is, I would say, unacceptable. But if we get out with 1 trophy, it's still not a bad thing. But for me, my target is 2 trophies at least this season. So, what are your targets for Manchester United? What are your targets for maybe even Arsenal? That would be interesting to learn.